Yes, sir. You already know what time it is.
Oh, yes.
I am Matt P.
And I'm your boy, Jerry Chase.
And this is Parking Lot Parables. We coming at you again with another episode.
Another one.
Yeah, man. We hope everyone is doing well so far. It's Wednesday again. Y'all already know what time it is. About lunchtime for some. Some even just going to work.
Man, who you telling?
Yeah.
True.
But what we talking about today, bro?
So today we want to talk about brotherhood and why it's important. Like, I think us being men, like growing up, we've gotten a lot of images of men fighting other men, like, you know, like it's not cool to show emotions and all this stuff. And it's like, I think it's shifted into a new environment where men can, you know, express themselves to each other. Like, man, if you were to share your feelings, you'd be like, man, you soft.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah.
But, man, I think it's important that, like, every man should have, like, a group of fellas that they can, you know, talk to and, you know, chill with and, like, connect with and just bond. Because, man, like, I think we need that. Mm-hmm. You know, shoot. Because, man, look, we be going through some stuff, man, that, you know, by ourselves, it'll drive us crazy.
Yeah. And I don't want to be like, this is important for anybody, you know, women too.
Oh, yeah.
But we wanted to talk about men, you know, because fellas, there's a lot going on that we need to tighten up.
Oh, yeah, man.
Men, fathers, you know, being setting good examples. You might not deal with someone directly, but somebody, you know, heard the old saying, someone's always watching.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir.
So someone's always watching. We need to be doing the right thing, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Out here, you know, doing right by each other.
Yeah. And you know what, man? Like, I'm learning now that it doesn't have to be the people you think. Like, a lot of outside people can, you know, affect you in a new way. Like, it doesn't have to be family. You know, a lot of people think of brotherhood as like, you know, just immediate family. But, man, there's some people that can be closer than a brother. You know, and I think, like, we've really gotten away from, you know, creating that brotherhood that, you know, supporting each other, you know? Like, sometimes we can be like, you know, just not supporting each other or not building each other, encouraging each other. Like, it should be a constant thing. And I think, like, we really got to get back to that. You know, no matter what place you are in life, you need that. You know, because as men, we carry so much. And, like, sometimes, like, when we hold all that in, like, it can really, like, just come out, you know, in crazy ways. That's why people be lashing out and, you know, doing stuff that they never thought they'd do because they got all this picked up, you know, anger and animosity that, you know, they don't get to talk with their fellas about it because they gon' Jonah. You know? So I think it's important that you provide a safe space for men to be men, you know?
Alright, so now that we pointed that out, let's talk about what a safe space looks like. You know, and this is how Parking Lot Parable started. Would you agree?
Oh yeah.
Like,
definitely.
we was talking about things that we go through. We was talking about jobs. We was talking about our relationships. We was talking about our relationships with Christ. We was talking about church.
Yeah.
We was talking about our goals and stuff like that. And we was like building each other up.
Oh yeah.
You know, like it can be anywhere. Y'all can just, whether it's like meeting up a couple of times once a week or a couple of times a month.
Yeah.
At your favorite spot, you know.
Exactly.
Go hit the bowling alley or go hit the movies, you know.
Yeah.
You remember we used to hit Applebee's, you know, for that
man.
half off appetizers.
Yes, sir.
Boy, it was good times right there, boy.
10 o'clock. Yes, sir, man.
You know, I mean, and and that's what it looks like, you know, to meeting up with like-minded individuals, you know, who don't necessarily, might not all have it all together, but, you know, they are striving, you know, for better, you know, and they're genuine.
Yeah. And you know what, not only, like, creating a safe space that way, but you have to, and this is for women, you have to allow that brother to hang with his brothers. Like, you gotta do it. Like, I think, you know, a lot of women have been hurt and, you know, they've been put in situations where, you know, they've had to be or dealt with untrustworthy men. And it's like, you know, when women hear, I'm gonna hang out with the fellas, you know, they hear, I'm gonna go cheat, I'm gonna go do something promiscuous. But no, it is the opposite. Like, I think when you are a good man and you can be trusted, that shouldn't come across your mind, you know. Yeah.
Don't worry. I mean, he don't need his boys to cheat. You know, I mean, let's just go ahead and kill that right quick. He don't need his fellas to cheat. No. He can do that all by himself, like you say. I mean, like, trust him that he is surrounding himself with people. Like we both in relationships. We ain't about to be out here helping each other cheat, man.
No,
like,
man,
hey, bro,
stupid.
Fail, tighten up, bro.
Exactly.
Tighten up, man.
Look, man, and like, if you feel that insecure, meet his friends.
Yeah. Like, know a circle.
Look, throw stuff at your house. You know what I'm saying? Like, create the opportunity, because he still needs it. You know, whether it's, you know, the fellas watching the game or y'all just bonding or playing on the game, like, whatever. You know, I think that's important that, you know, men can have that time to themselves as men. Yeah. You know, because, you know, there be some stuff that, you know, it can be very difficult to talk with our significant other. And, like, you know, some stuff we deal internally, and which, you know, it's good to talk to your significant others. But, you know, there may be some stuff that they may not be able to handle at this moment because they're going through stuff as well. So it's important that, you know, you have other resources that are, like, faithful, that are, you know, in a good position to hear you and, you know, just be there for you. Like, I'm always, you know, just looking out for, you know, how I can support, how I can, you know, help someone else out. And I think that's important, that it be consistent. Like, our motto has always been, if one eat, we all eat. Yeah. You know, like, it's not even about, you know, how you got your life together. It's about showing up and being present, you know. And I think, you know, it's just important, man, because, look, we all need a safe space to vent, to, you know, say whatever and not be judged. Because, you know, sometimes it's hard to get our opinion out when women are around. It's hard to, like voice it in the way you want to voice it, because
you have to choose your words ever so carefully.
Oh, yeah. Because, like, we can understand as men a certain way, but, you know, women can take it a whole different type of way.
Yeah, and I'm like, look, man, sometimes the words can be such a distraction that you forget to hear your heart.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and sometimes, you know, in the heat of the moment, like, you just miss it. I mean, it's a natural response. I mean, you know, us as humans, you know, we just emotional all the way around. Man.
Yeah, man. Like, and even in relationships, man, like, it's important the type of language you use. I remember when me and my girls first started dating, we talked about, you know, how would we want to argue? And we were like, you know, instead of arguing, like, stop using accusatory language. Like, instead of saying, you ain't take out the trash, so you don't think I'm, you know, like, valuable. Instead of that, you can say, this is what happened. Like, give the facts and just say how it made you feel. Don't accuse them of, like, trying to hurt you, because 9 times out of 10, that ain't the case. You know, like, I think we can better communicate if we stop using accusatory language, because, man, look, because that can take it to a whole nother level.
Yeah, we can also talk about, like, not tying your past experiences into the present as well. Like,
oh yeah, man.
Oh yeah. See, because, you know, you did this, that, and the third, and see, last time. I don't want to get off into that tangent. We talking about brotherhood.
But yeah, man.
But also, I mean, but communication is important though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, being able to communicate with your fellas in a healthy way.
Yeah.
You know, in a healthy way.
Yeah. Because, you know, of course we roast each other and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But, you know, make sure you at that level before you start doing it. Though.
Yeah, make sure you can take it. Don't start none, won't be none.
Look, man, like, I think it's important that, you know, we're able to communicate as men. Like, I always say, and this goes for women and men, if they don't have friends of the same sex, something's wrong. Something is wrong.
Yeah.
Like,
I can agree with that.
If your girl ain't got no friends, it ain't got to be like a lot of people.
Well, she ain't got at least 1 or 2 homegirls, yeah.
Like, something is wrong. Yeah. Like, that shows, you know, you don't, like, if I don't see you connecting with someone else for a extended period of time, how can I see you in a relationship? But yeah, man, like, that's why brotherhood is important. You know, it allows us to see how to talk to other people. You know, we work on jobs, so like I think that's even an experience of like, you know, I know how to talk to my fellas, so like help me to treat them on my job the same way. Although they can bring some craziness.
Oh yeah, but, yeah. That's another monster right there, boy. Yeah, dealing with coworkers.
Yeah. It'd be hard. But you know, just gotta push through and, you know, do the best you can, and then bitch when you get off.
Yeah. Look, take it one day at a time with that. Got to.
Yeah, man. Cause look, if you hold all that stuff in, you'll explode. It don't matter who you are. You can have the best intentions, but if you hold in so much stuff you've been going through, you will definitely explode, and you don't even know what way it will be. And that's why people can do crazy stuff and not realize it. Like, people be blacking out and wake up and say, I don't know what I did. But yeah, man.
Yeah, you crazy.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man, like, I think it's important that, you know, you have that brotherhood, you know, and like, even just being able to share your faith, you know, like, it's good to see brothers who are striving for the same goal in Christ, and like, it motivates you to be better. You know, when you are striving for the same goals and, you know, pushing for better and greater and, you know, more faith and belief, like, it's important to have that. You know, I think we'll do a whole lot better if we all got together and pushed each other, you know, instead of like having a competition of who can do this. And, you know, shoot, man, we can go through like the backbiting forever, man. I think there's so many people who about me and mines that they don't help nobody else. Yeah. Like, that goes in music, that goes in work, like wherever, man. It'd be like I'm gonna get what I need and then I'm gonna dip, or I'm not gonna look out for you. Like, it's very selfish play in a lot of arenas when it comes to brotherhood. Which leads me to, you gotta be careful who you call brother. You know, you gotta be careful who you call brother.
Yeah, don't use that word ever so loosely.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, like some do.
I mean, if you look at it this way, Cain killed his brother. Cold blood.
Yeah, and look at what Joseph's brothers did with him.
Okay, like, that goes to show you, man.
Jacob a little deceiver. Mm-hmm. You know, so yeah, siblings been wilding out here. You know, it's biblical. It's biblical, right? And
it's important to get those moments out. But if you don't see reconciliation in the moments, they were never for you in the first place. Like, if they're not man enough to be like, man, I was wrong. Like, no, that shouldn't be it. Like, yeah, it'd be crazy how people can hold stuff, man, and just be wrong and loud. Like, and then when they calm down and see clear, they can, you know, see how they're in the wrong. But man, it's crazy how much you can fight with people and it don't even mean nothing. Like, you be fighting over stupid stuff that don't even matter. But yeah, man, like, You gotta choose wisely who you allow in your circle, you know.
Yeah. I mean, and don't get me wrong, like, some people are only meant for a season.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then some people, I mean, don't get me wrong, are meant there, I'll say, for a lesson.
Yep.
Because they really weren't for you, but, I mean, there was a lesson to be learned.
Oh, yeah, man.
And I hope you learned it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Shoot, you gotta get the best of every situation. That's how I'm thinking now. Like, whether something went good or bad or ugly, like, I'm gonna take the positive from it in some form.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to go through that lesson again.
Yeah.
Because you will. Like, that's why so many women will find themselves falling for dudes that act the same. You know, and men as well, falling for women who act the same. Because, like, if you didn't get that lesson the first time, you might be in for a repeat situation.
Yeah, and that's that hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what, that it leads to, like, a very severe bitterness for some folks, you know. Mm-hmm. You know, they're bitter towards, like, love, or they're bitter towards friendships, you know. Ain't nobody real out here.
Yeah.
That type of mindset. Mm-hmm. I mean, and
I've been in that place.
Yeah,
you know, where you ain't know who was for you, and like you cautious just around everyone because you been hurt. You know, when you been abandoned, man, it don't feel good.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you always gotta come to yourself and like realize that everybody isn't out to get you. Everybody, like, I can't stand the hater preaching. Like everybody got haters. Like, man, people don't be hating on you like you think they do, bro.
Yeah.
Like, come on now, come on.
Yeah, and then they have the people in the crowd. That's right, that was hating.
I'm like, man.
I mean, but everybody can't be hating. Like, somebody is the hater.
Exactly, like, for real.
Somebody is the hater in this situation.
Like,
just know that. Whenever you're talking about hating this, hating that, just remember somebody's the hater. And like,
nine
it ain't always.
9 times out of 10, it's you. It's rare to see someone who just straight up hating for no reason.
Yeah. I mean, not condoning hating out here, but you know.
I don't know, but
it happens.
Yeah, you gotta look at it realistically. That's all I'm saying.
Because like when you been hurt, you know, you hurt like you don't always like get over it quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like shoot, I can recall like past situations, you know, where I called somebody friend or things of that nature, you know, and like things went downhill, you know, and I was kind of like, when I seen him, I was like, look at that old goofy. Like, I mean, not that I was hating him, but I'm like everybody would be like, oh yeah, that's bro, he cool. I'm like, man, that nigga.
Look, man.
Like, man, let me tell you something about that little. You know, it's just where I was. You know, and it took time, but I was able to move past it.
Oh yeah.
But like, you know what? I mean, it is what it is, man. Lesson learned. You know, I mean, and that's gonna happen, especially when you in like small towns or y'all happen to still be in the same type of circles.
Yeah.
You know, so that distance really isn't put there. So you know, you have to kind of find yourself. You have to find time to like really get past that hurt. Mm-hmm. You know.
Yeah.
Because if you don't.
Mm-hmm. And the test will come, man. Like you'll see them in the street. They'll pop up on your timeline and it'll test you.
Yeah.
See if you still, in that same position of hate and, dislike. But man, that's why it's important to, take that time to assess, when things went wrong. Like, I think it's always good to look back at, the decisions you made, the people you allowed in your life, like evaluating friendships, relationships, everything, man, and just seeing like what part does these people play in my life, have they been adding to it or have they been just taken away? Like, it's important, man, to like revisit everyone that's in your life, because you'll save yourself a lot of time. Be like, I don't know now, I don't think old buddy is gonna be around for long.
Yeah, I mean, you have to give yourself grace too, because like you don't always see these things up front. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and then sometimes, especially when you're younger.
Oh yeah, man.
Somebody might be trying to tell you, like, hey, your mama, daddy, they be trying to tell you, like, hey, man, you might want to watch them. Or another friend of yours might be trying to tell you, hey, you might want to watch him. You be like, oh man, you just hating, man. You just mad because we've been kicking it.
Exactly.
And it's not that. They really trying to look out for you, but you couldn't see it at the time. Man,
and like what I'm learning even more is like when you have friends who've like disassociated yourself with friends, like sometimes it's good not to take on that hate as well. Like sometimes, people may leave your group or whatever, and like, one person could be like super upset about it and one be like, well, okay, cool. But I think it's important that we not take on more dislike and hate than we're supposed to handle anyway. True, I think sometimes, we'll like, it's crazy, like even how, you can complain about, a dude hurt, like a woman complain about a dude hurting them, and then you got her friend, like still upset about the dude, but they done made up and moved on past it. But you still over here looking silly because you still got that hate in your heart for that person. Like, it's important to like guard your heart towards, those feelings, man, because look, like, when that's in your heart, that means they got power over you. And that's what you don't want. You don't want that kind of bondage. But yeah, man, that's why we say brotherhood is important. Surround yourself with people who are valuable, who can add on, and that you can add on to them. It's not a one-way street. It's a give and take. Always be available to assist and, support and, just looking out for one another. Because you never know what God has for the friendships or brotherhoods. Like, you never know where he's taking you in that area. Because, man, look, it can either go good or bad.
Yeah. And I think the goal should be, ain't nothing wrong with, like aspiring to have friendships that last a lifetime.
Yeah.
Like having people, like, that you've known for like decades.
Yeah.
You got decades worth of stories.
Oh yeah.
And the friendship is still going strong. Just not that everything's went perfect.
Yeah.
Because y'all not perfect. But y'all have a strong friendship. There's a lot of camaraderie.
Yeah.
And even to the point where your kids are friends, possibly.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, but like that should be a goal. And there's nothing wrong with shooting for that. There's absolutely nothing wrong with shooting for that. A group of guys, that we've been here for each other.
Oh yeah. Been tested.
Yeah, tested friendships. Like from since hell, yeah. That's cool, man.
Yeah, man.
It's cool and it's helpful.
Oh yeah, man. It's needed. It's needed so bad, man. With all the craziness that's going on in the world today, you need a brother to listen to or talk to, cause like it's hard to be a man out here these days, But that's why we say link up. Take that time. Those people you ain't seen in a while that you still cool with, hit them up. You never know. Like, maybe people you ain't hang out with for a while. Like, hit them up and, just check on them. That may mean the world to them.
If you think we lying, like, this, we both speaking from experience here. If you don't mind, bro, I'll share a story.
Go ahead.
All right, so back in 2018, me and bro was going to two churches that was related to each other. They was literally right beside each other. It was a family thing. So he was going to one church, I was going to the other.
Yeah.
We had stopped hanging out for a while because of it was just some stuff going on with the churches. That's a whole other story.
Exactly.
But it was basically it not just our friendship. It had drove away just a couple of friendships.
Oh yeah,
Props to that. So he ended up leaving.
Yep.
I was still there at the church I was at, but he ended up leaving, and so I think it had been some months since we had kicked it because of what was going on over there, and so after he had left, I hit him up. I can't remember. I don't remember if I called him or texted him. I was like, "Hey, what's up, bro, man? Just checking on you." And so we linked up. I think we went to Chili's.
Yeah. And that's when, man, told the whole speaker.
And he told me. I was like, man, I'm just asking what happened, man. Like, I had a good idea, but I was like, I didn't know the facts. So I was like, man, let me just hit him up. And so we linked. And when we got back tight, we've been tight ever since. Now, like I said, this is where parking lot parables started. It was in the parking lot of those churches. Yeah, is where the whole premise behind parking lot parables started. And there was a lot more of us at the time.
A whole lot.
It was like 5, 6, 7 of us who would be out there. But due to different little stuff that happened, man, like each one of them like fell off.
I got John Wick excommunicado.
That wasn't exactly what happened to me. My particular situation, it was time for me to go. Like I couldn't stick around no longer. I was over it, what was going on. So I had to go. But
and keep in mind that we still have a lot of people from that church that we associate with too.
Yeah,
like everybody ain't cut us off.
Yeah. We ain't and ain't no beef. I mean, that's why we ain't out here. It's just like it's just what happened. Yeah, it's just what happened. Like I still it's still people I see from both churches that I speak to when I see them. Exactly. Even the leaders I speak to them. So I mean, it was all it's all good in my eyes, man. It was just a learning experience,
Yeah, exactly. Just keep
a season.
Look, man.
A season, I mean, because I'd be lying if I said I was there the whole time and didn't learn. I learned a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Learned a lot about my relationship with Christ while going there, man. I learned a lot. I met a lot of different people while playing there, so I mean, it definitely had a part to play, and I was definitely meant to be there when I was there.
Oh, yeah, bro.
But, it was time to go.
Yep.
Now, what I say... I would have liked that things played out a little differently, but shoot, it is what it is.
But I look at it this way, man. Like it really built my character.
Yeah.
True. As much as it, some of the situations that hurt me and, like, just felt bad. It really built me to who I am today.
True.
Like before, I was like weak-willed. Where I take anything as gospel, but now I question stuff. Like, like I'm reading my word for myself. Like I think it allowed me to really sink in and see God for myself. Like not saying that you can't hear from God from others, but that shouldn't be the main source. And it allowed me to really see who God was, and even just like experiencing the message of grace, man. Like, there was so many moments where, like, I felt like I was in trouble all the time. Like, no one likes that feeling. Like, I can't do nothing right. Like, but yeah, man, it really built me up.
Take the Sunday off, see what happens.
Look, man. And it's crazy, man, like, how, like, so many people are trapped in different situations and, they don't even know what it looks like to be free. Or even that they need to be free. We can be blinded by our own mindset and what we've allowed to be poured into us. Like we can be conditioned, man, for the wrong things.
Yeah.
And I think like one good indicator is to see, is your life progressing? Even in brotherhood, we can go back to this. Like, if your life isn't progressing with this group of friends, or if you're in a place, where you're supposed to draw strength from brothers and like you're not progressing, you're not growing, you're not evolving in your faith, you're not, like rising higher to like, being able to raise a family and all of that stuff, like that should be a sign that, maybe this ain't it. If you don't have those people who are pushing family, who's pushing faith, who's pushing mentorship and pushing you growing up, sometimes like we be kids hanging around with kids. You know, we can adopt the mindset of someone younger than us, and like we'll go back to, you know, the things we used to do. You know, but it's important that, you know, you have like-minded people around you. And yeah, man, just keep it 100 with each other. Keep it 100.
Yeah. Keep it real in your group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I believe that.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that wholeheartedly. Yeah. If you got you know, if you ain't got a brotherhood, hit us up.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Look.
you know, you can hit us up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hit us up on the Parking Lot Parables page. You know, whatever. Hit us up on our individual pages. You know, hit us up. You know, reach out. You know, we all about. I'm cool with meeting new people. You know,
Oh yeah,
so
man.
hit us up
about it.
You know, I ain't said this in a long time. If you try to hop on the show,
Look.
let us know.
Yes, sir. True.
Yeah, man. But yeah, brotherhood ain't nothing like it, man. Sisterhood is just as important for the ladies, man. I mean, pretty much everything we said, it can be translated to women as well. I mean, that camaraderie with women is like important. Y'all gotta be there for each other. Y'all can't be out here trying to set each other up for failure out here. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be there for each other.
Oh yeah.
You know,
you'll have your lows and your highs, like, and you need people there for both. Like, if they can't, you know, mourn with you in your lows, and they can't celebrate you in your highs, that should be a major sign that ain't it.
And I'm gonna say this, fellas, we got to do better. Like, I just been seeing entirely too many women, black women especially, been coming up missing here recently.
Yeah.
And been found dead.
Protect our sisters, man.
With and the men, their men is like what's going on, fellas? Like, it's in it. A lot of them, it's men that are doing it. Like, yo, man, what? Like, what?
Yeah, man.
Like,
it's crazy.
I'm seeing too much of it, man. It's crazy. Like, but on the flip side, I saw a black guy. These two girls was driving a car, right? And they either caused the wreck or they got into a wreck or something like that. The black guy, you know, he calls the police. You know, he's a truck driver. He calls the police, you know, to get somebody to help him. Man, they told the police that he caused the crash and came at them with a gun or some junk like that.
Oh wow!
And so the police, without doing proper investigation, just arrested him. And he was locked up for weeks,
man,
until he finally got out and they dropped all the charges. They find out not only were they lying, but they was underage driving.
Look, man, I'm telling you, like, and that's why it's important for brotherhood. Because if you can have another witness with you, you know, sometimes it's good not to do everything alone. You know,
at the very least, dash cams.
Look, man, I'm
Like,
telling you.
I'm about to invest in me some serious, some nice little cams.
I mean, I ain't gonna be giving nobody no rides, but
nah, but still, like, them dash cams, like, for wrecks.
Oh yeah,
for wrecks and things of that nature. You know. So, like, even if you don't have a witness, a dash cam is better than a witness, to be honest. Because like the dash cam, it's unbiased. It's supposed to show it exactly how it happened. Like no slant, you know.
Man, someone hit me in Clearwater, and if my girl ain't get out and have her phone out, recording, old buddy would went away, sped out of there.
Yeah, see, you hear the cameras, man. It's important. Important, and I hear it don't brings down your insurance costs too.
Yeah.
So it's something y'all to think about.
Yeah, it's important, man. You got anything else to add, bro?
No, just be don't take what we said and just be out here just randomly trying to find people to bond with and stuff like that. Be mindful, be mindful.
Sure, even pray about it, man.
Yeah. Don't be out here desperate trying to link up with anybody you can. like these things will come in time. I believe, you ask the Lord, and He will send, He will send people to for you to link up with that are going to be like brothers for life.
Yeah,
I believe that.
Oh yeah, man. He will definitely do it.
Yeah, well, no, but I ain't got nothing else to say though. Just keep the brotherhood strong, and stay away from the foolishness.
Stay away from the foolishness.
Speaking of which, you already know what time it is.
Oh yes,
it is Miss Me with the Foolishness. What are you talking about?
So this one's very interesting. There was a missing man who joins an hours-long search party looking for himself. So, there was a Turkish man named Bihan Mutlu, and he had too much to drink and wandered away from his friends in a rural neighborhood. He ended up lost in nearby forests, which caused panic within his community. So, as of Tuesday, his friends, reported him missing, and they were searching for him, and like they were really trying to just look for him. As the authorities and volunteers, went through the area where he was last seen, the 50-year-old man decided to help them look, not realizing that the concerned group was looking for him. He finally asked one of the people with the search, "Who are we looking for?" And once they began to say his name, he confirmed, "I'm here." Like, you gotta be some type of drunk to just join a random search party. Like, you should ask that first, cause like, when you looking for someone, you supposed to know who you looking for.
They were looking for him for hours. He was in his own search party for hours, walking around with these people,
calling his name Charles or whatever his name was. like, come on now, man, shoot.
Wait, hold on. There's so many questions. Like, did nobody have a picture?
Like, okay. Cause they had to be shouting his name.
How did they know what he looked like?
And this joker ain't say what? Like, come on now. I'm pretty sure they ain't just out here with flashlights and just walking. They shout your name when they have a search party. So he just decided to join. It was like, I want to help and be a part of the community. But it backfired, and I was like, man, that's why he can't be that drunk, man.
I mean, true, but that search party sucked too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They out here looking for somebody. They don't know what he looked like. Obviously, they didn't know what he looked like because this guy's walking with him. The person they looking for is walking with him for hours.
I want to know when and how he joined. Did he just see a lot of people and was like, just blended in and just started walking with them? Like,
that's a whole other type of alcoholic too. Okay. Yeah, it's like the foolishness is on both sides. Like, this dude's a drinker. Like, he out here,
man, shoot,
like, hard on the alcohol.
I bet you that man sobered up quick when he saw police coming. It was like, look, I don't know, man. Like, that's just crazy.
Stupid.
Gotta be careful out here. Got to be careful.
My dumb was a boss of rocks.
Shoot, I get rocks for credit.
Yeah, but this is what we dealing with these days, though.
Yeah, man. See, if he would have had brotherhood, he would have been okay. His friends just left him out there.
His friends
let him have the food.
Let him just walk off like under the influence.
Mm-hmm.
Influences. I don't know.
Okay. Plural. But yeah, man. That's why you gotta be careful. Careful who you associate with, who you hang out with, who you allow to be in your circle, who you talk to, like all of that. Because look, that was just some craziness, man. I don't know how this even started about. But That's just ridiculous.
Not the craziest thing we've read.
Oh no, definitely not.
Yeah, I'm still tripping on the dude who got the cord in his penis.
Yeah. Look, he probably worse than the dough sucker from the early days of the podcast.
Not as bad as that doggone habitual rapist though.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Caught over 100 bodies.
I think it was 200.
That they had found anyway.
Oh yeah.
Said they had only alerted like what, 50 of them?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Boy,
Like, man.
I can imagine how delivering that news, but that's gonna mess up your whole year. Like, bro, I've been raped and didn't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's messing up your whole little day right there.
Okay. You walking funny.
No, I go funny. You was feeling fine till you said that. Now everything hurt.
Man. Boy, you be watching on the news. I remember that dude.
Oh man. Look, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at Matthew Priest on Facebook, Matthew E_Priest on Instagram, and Unprecedented MP on Snapchat and Twitter.
Oh yeah, if you want to follow me, you can follow me at the Chase Harding on all social media platforms.
Alright, and once again, find your brotherhoods out here, y'all. Ladies, find your sisterhood.
Yeah.
And until then, we'll catch y'all on the next episode. Again, I am Matt P.
And I'm Jeremy Chase.
One time.
Yes, sir.